This is not a test.
Happy Sunday. Cool, welcome to the Curtis James Show. Obviously we're all self-isolating, or social distancing, or worrying that we're all gonna fucking die. Well, I've been doing some research on that shit. But this isn't a video for that. That's for another video, if I feel like I need some views, plus probably should. It's a very, very important video, so I probably should need some more evidence for that. So I was going through my room, having a look around to see what I can find, and I went to jail in 2014, right, and I'd write, and I lost some as well, but got a number here for a guy called Ben. Hope you're doing well, Ben. This is a letter to 30-year-old me, 7th of July, 2021. Can't wait to read that. This address is the address of the girl I was dating in Marbella, and when I got to prison I remember that I needed her address and I wrote a letter to her, and she replied back saying I don't want to date a criminal, so fuck you, Sophie. This is a prison love letter written on the 2nd of December. Hello, Sophie. This is fucking marvellous. What I did was wrong. It was a moment of madness and an act of desperacy. This doesn't condone what I did. I know how important trust is to you, and I apologise from the bottom of my heart. The person you met in Marbella is real. At any point in the future you would care to let me come and see you, I'll be waiting. Sophie, if you've had a baby and you're married, I hope everything's going well, which is kind of ironic because the world's gone to shit. Yes, to round that bit up, no, didn't still not received a letter from Sophie, so I don't think the Royal Mail will be delivering it anytime soon. That's blank. A bit like my life at the moment. Good. Ah, yes, we did football scores and we had a fucking... Then I fall asleep with the strange feeling of wanting to be different from what I am, or being different from what I want to be, or perhaps of behaving differently from what I am or what I want to be. I think I try to be... Is that from a Houdini? I think that's from Houdini. I don't know. Oh my fucking god! Yes! 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 Fucking get in! This is worth a fucking £1,000,000. This is every day in Spanish jail. Oh my god, that is for a whole of a fucking video. Woo! I wrote a story about Natasha. Growing up in the outskirts of central Poland was hard for her. Most even for Natasha. She never had anything exciting happen, just disappointment and despair. At the age of 7, her father left. Her mother was so supportive, meaning that fuck off. And then I wrote a book called Living the Dream, or Is It? Chapter 1, Ibiza, at the cinema. Ah, yes, fucking yes, lads. Bedroom was on the first floor, number 106. The room was quite basic. It had 2 beds, a shower, a bathtub, and even a little balcony. Looking back, it was fucking shit. But this was the first time in my life that having some form of independence and trying to survive on our own 2 feet. Funny. That's me. I was sentenced to 14 months in prison for an attempted robbery, which happened in March 2013. Motherfucker, 7 years ago. Bitch! My interest for wanting to live in America is for a couple of reasons. Is that I would like to open a magic shop somewhere in the States. Fuck that for a month of Sundays. Cannabis all the fucking way, bruh. Oh my god. Wanted to row an ocean. Team names. Here's your teams for my ocean fucking row. Oh my god, I was a fucking nut job there, and I'm a nut job now. Team names: Team Macclesfield, Team Silkman, Relay de Verb, LT Doit, Living the Dream, or Is It? LT Do It, Gatsby, Orca, For a Reason, All in Good Faith, Row the Atlantic, The Cheshire Cat, OIALT, The Clarets, Parky Delaray, Barco, One time is all it takes, but it in love with me. 10-year-old Gatsby, 16-year-old Gatsby, 21-year-old Gatsby, 24-year-old Gatsby, 28-year-old Gatsby, 16-year-old girlfriend, 21-year-old girlfriend, 24-year-old girlfriend, 28-year-old girlfriend. The 28-year-old is the same person as a possible person who's in between the ages of 16 and 21. Frankie, let's sort of shit out. A ringmaster, parents of Gatsby, clowns, in-between entertainment. The clown has a side story like the squirrel chasing the nut in the Ice Age film. Maybe a balloon. Jonas Gatsby, Franklin Gatsby, Theodore Gatsby. You're taking the piss, bro. I need to call Frankie and fucking sort our shit out. Oh my god, self-isolation and social distance is fucking sick. Go through your room, find some old shit, you'll love it. The Great Gatsby, the greatest show on earth. Buried alive, parachute handcuffed, parachute straitjacket, breakout prison van, break out of jail, car levitate with no strings, underwater weight straitjacket with timer, and convincing of death, we return elsewhere, butterflies flying out of body, roll of dice prediction, fucking knobheads. Fuck me, Netflix, sign me up, lad. I went round the whole wing and went up to people, I was like, listen, who the fuck do you want in my book? I'm gonna write a book, yeah? I'm gonna sell it. Who do you want the main character to be? And I fucking went round the prison wing, yeah, and got all the lads to tally it up. What a knobhead, lad. Comedy Magic Show, planning these in 2014s. And I started to learn Chinese. Don't know if you can see that, but I was practicing Chinese in prison. I've flown in from all around the world. Tonight's occurrence was seen as a once in a lifetime. This was sold as the last show of Ernest Lockhart, the greatest hypnotist that ever lived. Is that name I went for, Ernest Lockhart? Anybody who'd ever been in the arts of illusion, deception, speaking with the dead, had skeptics which seemed natural. Ernest was different. Any skeptic who walked in his path after a certain amount of time, he was able to convert to anybody who said, you can't hypnotise me. He would simply take no longer than 26 minutes and succeed within flying colours. He would never speak the words, but in his mind would be the words, fuck you. I fucking love it, lad. This is a poem of my time in prison. If you can take a minute to read or listen, these are stories of criminals who are friends of mine. Murderers, robbers, drug dealers, even people with unpaid parking fines. In here you'll really get the good, the bad and the ugly. But for some reason, we'll all remain brotherly. We'll stick together through the good and the bad, because you remember what you once had. It was family, friends and freedom, to do whatever. Not a cure in the world. Not once, not never. As we sit here in our cells and think about our actions, trying to justify everything, even if it's by a fraction, I always think about what I had before this place and how I disappeared without a trace. I was a conjurer with lies and deception. Everything I did was a talent and perfection. I made people happy with an ancient tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, I was a magician. But for being stupid and reckless, I committed a crime. And as I write this poem, I was facing my time. For some strange reason, this place is actually good. You change for the better, and so you should. You start to gain great values you didn't have before. For example, in the future, I will always abide by the law. Jokes from Curtis Watson for Gatsby de la Rey. Thanks, Curtis. Walk on stage, say nothing but oggy, 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 then point the mic to the audiences. Colo, 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 Torre. Yeah, 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 yeah. You get the picture. It's a personal favourite. This chant comes from working in Marbella. I saw it at 3 in the morning from pissed up stag do's in Marbella. I worked as a magician. I'd like to show you my favourite trick. Need a volunteer. Offer money for a drink if someone participates. I explain the trick is very good, but the ending is worth it. Start with a sponge ball routine. Ball 1, little red ball. Hitler had 1 ball. Innuendos. Have you ever had 1 ball before? Ball 2. I'd like you to hold both my balls. You've done this before. How does it feel? Ball 3. Hold balls higher. After a while, ask having trouble keeping it up. Think about something you love, references to penis sex, the ball will appear into whatever you're thinking. Class. Being a comedian is hard work. I write my jokes in prison. Telling my jokes to murderers doesn't give me clarity if it's actually funny. Who decides what is funny? A comedian can't copy anybody else's jokes compared to a musician. A musician can make a career out of copying songs. A musician can be shit and make a career. A comedian can't. Ah, oh, this is sick. Yes, I'm going to make a proper video on all this shite. Mate, I've got like 14 weeks of content right here. I thought I'd lost this, so whoever you are, God, if you put it in my bed, thank you for giving me my fucking pension. My Chinese! Not food Chinese. Ni hao, nin hao, nin zao, hao zao, shishi, zao shang hao, zai jian, wo kong ying lian. My numbers! Ling yi san si wu lu kui ba jiu shai shi shi ai shi. Money was an option, but anyway, we'll get back to this.